All right, let's turn our attention to a battle going on in New York. Yep, it's a battle between strippers and bartenders over tips. And of course, there's a cry of racism. There's a hashtag that's been popping up on social media all last week. Hashtag NYC Stripper Strike. A stripper named Giselle Marie, that's her stage name, she is organizing this pushback from the strippers saying that lighter-skinned bartenders are taking their tips. So it's a battle of race, it's a battle of tips, and about 30 strippers, according to reports, got together last week and they met to air their grievances and they're pushing back. As a matter of fact, even rapper hip-hop star Cardi B weighed in on Instagram. All right, let's bring in our panel to break this down. Clarissa Romero is here from Mindful Consultants. You're the CEO. It's good to see you. Thanks for sticking through the break. And Mike Korobanix is here. You're a defense attorney. Mike, I feel like I'm going to start with you on this. Not for any other reason than you're a legal mind, you're a lawyer. Honestly, is there a case here? I mean, it's not like strippers have a union.
Well, not yet. Maybe they will. I mean, there's all forms of artists. They're considered artists like any other creative person. Artists have unions. It seems like they have some sort of grievance that, at least at the grassroots level, is picking up some momentum and needs to be addressed. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, aside from the racial issue, with, there's always been, in a lot of restaurant work, there's discrepancy about busboys, waiters, who's getting different tips. Some people actually solve that problem by pooling the tips, but they're like any other profession.
Clarissa, what do you think? Just to address the racial aspect of this, I mean, the claim is that lighter-skinned bartenders are able to do a little bit of dancing, a little bit of drink serving, and they're getting the lion's share of the tips. Is this the fault of a lighter-skinned bartender, even if the claim is true?
I don't really know where I stand on this one.
Yeah, all right.
But I think that also, like, what about the owners? Like the owner of the bar, if they're allowing the bartenders to now dance, I think that we should be asking, why are they still hiring the dancers?
There was an Instagram post that had somebody grabbing tips off the dance floor. I mean, that to me seems to be a bigger problem than just this, putting it in the context of racial bias.
Well, I think there's levels here. You're right. I mean, first of all, if people are stealing tips, that's stealing, regardless of what color, what shade you are. That's stealing. So that's a problem in and of itself. But if people are being excluded from their workforce and their ability to earn more based on race, that's a problem.
Clarissa, why is it that everything today, I feel like we've been having this story over the last couple of years, everything is race. Everything is race. Is this just the natural default of people because it's the hot topic of the day? Cry racism and solve the problem.
I actually think that there are deep-rooted issues in this country that have not been addressed, and they keep resurfacing. And I think that that's what's behind this. I think this is why we feel like everything's racist, but maybe we, as a nation, need to see, well, why? Why is that?
Or maybe it's a cover for not having a real case. I mean, as an attorney, if you've got some weak facts, do you throw out something that's a little bit outlandish and try to make it stick?
You're right, because it's no different than in the context of when you're a criminal defense lawyer. They make all these charges against your client, but you got to investigate. They could say, they say you can indict a ham sandwich. Well, sometimes you got to see, is it a ham sandwich? And you have to look at it. So, maybe investigation will show this is not accurate what they're pleading, but it's
Wouldn't
got
somebody
shock
have to bring
value.
a complaint first, though? I mean, a social media hashtag is not going to get anybody thinking about this other than the people who are involved.
Well, no, we're talking about it, aren't we?
Great to have you guys. Clarissa, thanks. Mike, thank you. Appreciate it.